a crime awareness thriller story. It was almost 9:30 p.m. in a quiet neighborhood on the edge of the city. Street lights flickered weakly, and most of the houses had already turned off their porch lights. Sarah was alone at home that evening. Her parents had gone to attend a family wedding in another city, and she had decided to stay back because of her college exams. She was tired after studying for hours. Her head hurt, and she didn't feel like cooking, so she opened a food delivery app and ordered a pizza. 30 minutes, the app showed. She locked the doors carefully, something her mother had always taught her, and went back to her room. She didn't know that this ordinary decision would turn into the most frightening night of her life. 25 minutes later, the doorbell rang. Sarah walked toward the door. Before opening it, she looked through the peephole. A man in a delivery uniform stood there holding a pizza box. His face was partially covered with a cap. "Pizza delivery," he called out. Sarah slightly opened the door, keeping the safety chain locked. "Yes?" she asked cautiously. "Ma'am, please open fully. I need to confirm the order and collect payment." "I paid online," she replied. The man hesitated. His eyes scanned the house interior quickly. "Just signature required." Something felt wrong. Sarah remembered the safety tips she had once watched in a self-defense workshop at college. Never open the door fully to strangers. Always verify identity. "Can you show me your ID card?" she asked. He showed something quickly, but pulled it back before she could read it properly. "I'm in a hurry, ma'am." His voice had changed. It sounded impatient. Sarah felt a cold shiver down her spine. "I will call the company to confirm," she said calmly. The man's expression hardened. "No need, just open the door." That was the moment she knew something was seriously wrong. Suddenly, he pushed the door aggressively. The chain lock stopped it from opening completely, but the force shook Sarah backward. "Open the door!" he shouted angrily. Sarah's heart pounded violently. Instead of panicking, she remembered another rule: create noise, alert neighbors. She screamed as loudly as she could, "Help! Thief!" The man tried to break the chain lock, but Sarah quickly ran toward the kitchen. She grabbed her phone and dialed emergency police services. Her hands were trembling, but her voice was clear. "There's a man trying to break into my house. Please come quickly." Meanwhile, the delivery man continued banging the door violently. The chain finally snapped, and the door swung open. He stepped inside, but he hadn't expected what came next. Sarah had already switched off all the lights in the house. The entire living room was dark. She hid behind a wall near the kitchen entrance, holding a heavy iron pan in her hand. The man walked inside cautiously. "Come out quietly," he said in a threatening tone. Instead of responding, Sarah pressed the panic alarm button on her smartwatch, something her father had set up for emergencies. A loud siren sound suddenly echoed through the house. The attacker got startled. From outside, neighbors began switching on their lights. Some people stepped onto their balconies. "Who's there?" someone shouted from outside. The attacker panicked. He tried to run toward the door. But as he passed the kitchen corner, Sarah gathered all her courage and hit him hard on the arm with the iron pan. He lost balance and fell. She immediately ran outside the house and shouted for help. Within minutes, 2 neighbors arrived. One of them locked the attacker inside until police arrived. When the police came, they discovered something shocking. The man was not a real delivery employee. He had stolen a uniform and was targeting houses where women were alone. He had attempted similar crimes before. Sarah gave her statement bravely. Though shaken, she stood strong. Days later, news channels covered the story. College girl's courage saves her from a fake delivery attacker. But the real story wasn't about fear. It was about awareness. Sarah later conducted a seminar in her college about personal safety. She shared what she had learned. Always verify delivery agents, never open the door fully, install security cameras if possible, keep emergency numbers on speed dial, trust your instincts. Her message was simple. Fear is natural, but preparation is power. The attacker was arrested and later sentenced by the court for attempted assault and illegal entry. Sarah's life slowly returned to normal, but she had changed. She was stronger, more aware, more confident. That night could have ended differently, but courage, quick thinking, and preparation turned a potential tragedy into a story of survival and justice.